Welcome back, Portmasters. SCL Matt here with another night of SCL Auctions. Sorry for the delay. I forgot the slides. I always forget something. There's always something I forget. So this week it was the slides. I got them done though. Don't worry. We have the slides. We'll get to them in a minute. YouTube God, welcome. Joe, Ham Hands, Biggie John, welcome. Martin, Tom, glad to have you all here. But yeah, we got another night of auctions. So why don't we go ahead and check out these items? Let's see. So we have an item from last week that did not sell last week. Therefore, it is up for auction again this week. We'll see how it goes. But we have this Skylanders Superchargers Racing starter pack. So this is for the Wii. It is not the full Superchargers game. It's just the Superchargers Racing. But this is the pack that had Bowser in it. So we got that starter pack here available tonight. Looks like it does not have any bids yet tonight either. We have a damaged Nightlight currently at $11. We have a damaged Barbella currently at $10. We have a damaged Eon's Elite Slam Bam with no bids yet. We have a damaged Flare Wolf currently going for $7. We have the damaged Buzzwing currently going for $7. After the damaged figures, we have damaged box figures. So we have a Pop Fizz currently going for $3. Another damaged box of Scarlet and Genie currently going for $8. We have the Happy Meal toys at $2. A couple of bids on those. We have Master Eon's official guide for Swap Force, currently going for $3. We have our famous glow-in-the-dark portals. Dun, dun, dun. So this one is currently going for $14.50. $14.50. We have the Superchargers Garage. So this is a storage case / playset. It's missing some of the playset pieces on the interior. So it's just a case, basically, at this point. But it is currently going for $8. We have one of my favorite items for the night here. This is my favorite. We have the Sky Stones. It's a complete set. It's actually like a set and a half, but these have not been circulated. They're still all attached to each other. Like they're perforated in between each set there, but they obviously weren't distributed through the cereal boxes like most of them that we've seen. So that could be an interesting item, especially for a collector. That's not something you're going to see every day. But those are currently going for $15. Then we have our two big items tonight. We have Patina High Volt new in box, currently going for $60.50. And then our Chompy Mage, green Chompy Mage, currently going for $205.50. $205.50. So the first item to end tonight will be this guide here. So we'll leave that there for now and come back and talk with all y'all. Pumpkin Eyebrow, United Skylanders, welcome. Martin, you seem to have lost your VIP. Are you still being charged for it? I mean, that'd be my first guess, is if the payment didn't go through, then you wouldn't have access to stuff if you didn't fix that payment. I'd have to look into it closer to figure out what's going on. But yeah, that'd be the first thing I check on for you, is make sure your payment information is up to date. Um, Pumpkin Face, Kevin O'Leary, welcome. Fizz Pop, welcome, welcome. Jindigo, Jindigo. Yes, the numbers are so low. They're the lowest they've been in a long, long time. And you know why that is? It's because I didn't have a shop update last week. So the numbers have been going down for 2 consecutive weeks, and that's why they're so low. But that's also why this week's update is going to be huge because it's essentially 2 weeks worth of figures coming in 1 week. Once again, because I didn't update last week over the Thanksgiving Day holiday weekend. Um, yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So those numbers will jump back up for sure. But yes, the numbers are definitely low right now. Um, Ham Hands, whatever happened to the Griffin Park? I if it didn't sell, I probably still have it around here somewhere. Um, and it'll make it back into the auctions at some point. I don't recall exactly. I know we've had a lot of Griffin Parks, and I know the one you're talking about where the telescope was damaged. Um, but I don't know offhand. I'm guessing I probably have it around here somewhere. Yeah, Lucas, I did get the E3 Spyro. It was a big week. It was a big week. Oh, still can't believe I have that. I need to find a really nice display case for it. Trevor, welcome to the chat. Restocks happen once a week, except like last week on holidays. So sometimes we take the holidays off because we are a very small company. It's me and Jillian. Like that's the entire company. So uh when we have family things, we take off holidays and stuff. Um, but restocks happen every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. If you want to know what's going to be in that restock, I put out a video on this here YouTube channel at 9 a.m. Central Time. So Saturday morning, about 4 hours before the update happens, there'll be a video showcasing everything that's going to be in that update. So you'll know ahead of time what's going to be in the update. You can pick out what you want to aim for. Um, just be aware if you're new here, things sell out quickly on Saturday at 1 p.m. Like people know that time, they know that date, um, and things are going to move, especially if there's only 1 or 2 of them. Like they can sell out in seconds or minutes, you know, as soon as someone can put it in their cart and check out, they can be gone. So if there's like 1 or 2 things you really, really want, get them in your cart, check out, and deal with the rest later. Um, but yeah, every Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Time, unless it's a weird holiday situation. But I try to let you know when those are happening ahead of time. If you subscribe to my newsletter, we let you know in there. There's always an updated schedule every week. But yeah, Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Time. There you go. All right. Who else we got in here? Steve, welcome. Stewified, welcome, welcome. Saw your video this week. Pumpkin face, green armor chop for $2. Oh, so it was missing its head. Yeah, I mean that'll change the value of things for sure. YouTube God, I don't have a date for the next figure focus. They're on indefinite pause right now. The next one, I mean, we only have like 3 of them left, like 2 or 3 of them left. So, I mean, if I haven't done Whamshell yet, there's probably a very good chance the next one is Whamshell. But yeah. Steven, am I going to share some of the book ideas? Not quite yet. Um, We will be moving forward with a book project. It's still not guaranteed that it's going to, come out or be published or whatever. Um, but there will be more about the book coming out hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Splat, do my company have business cards? So funnily enough, I have some business cards that I created years ago. Because I mean, technically, Skylanders character list, the website, uh, it's gonna be what is this? That was I think this year was 10 years. So coming up at the beginning of next year in like February, I think it's like 11 years old. So like I created these cards a long time ago. They're not even accurate anymore. Things have changed. I have some with a really old logo that I'd be interested if anybody remembers the old logo before I got like a professional logo. Um, but yeah, maybe it's time to get some more business cards out there, especially now that I'm selling things actually. But why do you ask? I'm curious why you ask. Do you just want a business card or do you want to share it with somebody or what's the purpose of these business cards? Jindigo, the numbers. All right, numbers. As of order 6,701. I don't know if this is recent or not, or how recent that is. We just had a big order come in tonight. There are 555 Spyros, 851 Giants, 676 Swap Force, 398 Trap Team, 355 Superchargers, 243 Imaginators, 21 storage cases, 107 portals, 54 games, and 2 mystery boxes. Yeah, those numbers are easier for you to count right now. So a little over 3,000 figures. Cool. But less than 300 individual items. So that is going to change tomorrow, obviously. Now, like I said, how quickly some of those items sell out, because I'm only going to have one or two of them, like it'll go up and then right back down. But it should be well above 300 though. So we'll see how that goes. Lucas, yeah. If I got the Spyro, Trigger Happy Gilgron should be out there. You'd hope so. You'd hope so. I really hope collectors out there have them somewhere. But it's one of those things when they put these pieces out there, you didn't know how big it was going to be. You didn't know that they weren't going to create these in single packs ever again. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, do, 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 do. Yeah, Stuified, there'll always be more prison breaks for you. Kevin, am I excited for the Fortnite live event tomorrow? I couldn't tell you that there was a Fortnite live event tomorrow. I don't mind watching Fortnite, but I've never actually played Fortnite. So that's not quite my cup of tea, I guess. Have I ever sold rare damaged chase for actually yes I have. We had a clear Starcast once. That's the one that sticks out most in my head because it was the one I was most disappointed about. That was before I got you can't see it when I have stuff up there. It was before I got this one in the box. I got a loose out of box clear Starcast and it was not packaged well and one of the stars broke off in shipment. So that was very, very disappointing. But then when I got the one in the box, I sold off the damaged one. So Steve, fiction or nonfiction? So yeah, think. I mean, it's going to be Skylanders. It's going to be nonfiction. Um, yeah, at least the first book. People had a lot of interesting ideas about what I should write, but yeah, we're gonna go nonfiction. It's what I know. It's the information I have readily available. Biggie John, yeah, SCL Platinum's ending. I I mean, I have a Skylanders character list page on Facebook, but I just don't use it. Like I've fallen out of love with Facebook. Twitter and YouTube. That's where I'm at. Twitter and YouTube. Um so yeah, I don't know what will become of it. I don't know if I'll start up something else. But part of the thing is like it's not just like that platform. It's trying to run a whole nother group. Like that's what's causing me pain. So just starting up the group somewhere else doesn't necessarily make sense either at this point in time. Like I think in order to run something like that, I need more help. I need another employee or another volunteer or something along those lines. So we'll see. We'll see. Um I should show the old logo if I still have it. I have it somewhere. I'll have to dig it out. But what came first, the site or the channel? The site was absolutely first. Yeah, the site was created back in early 2013. So wait. Yeah, yeah, 2013. Like February of 2013, I believe, was when the site was created. So yeah, I think 20 or wait, are we coming up on 10 years then? Did I do my math wrong? Man, if this is the 10-year anniversary of SCL, maybe I have to plan something bigger. We'll see. Because all the big players all have business cards. Fair enough. Fair enough. Trevor, yeah, you wanted the order to be bigger, but there's some out of stock. I understand. I understand. Yeah, I mean, as Jindigo just pointed out, you're hitting the shop at a real low point. Actually, um, this is the least amount of stock we've had in months. Like it's been pretty hectic actually. Um, but yeah, yeah. Joe, so yeah, the 243 Imaginators. I mean, I think there's a lot of Golden Queen and Kingpin. That's a good chunk of it. That's probably like 50 of them. Then I think that includes like creation crystals. So there's a lot of creation crystals. There's probably a bunch of mystery chests, the gold, silver, bronze chests. So it's not all figures and stuff like that. Um, yeah, there's no way I have that many figures in stock right now. Um, buy a small throne, make a place. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I have to figure something out for Spyro for sure. Among Us, yeah, the Giants portal is glow in the dark. So not all of them, not all of them. This particular one is. So it was the starter packs from Walmart. Uh, the Giant starter packs from Walmart, the ones that included glow in the dark Cinder, also included the glow in the dark portal. So that's what's going on with that. So it's not all of them. Not every Giant's portal glows in the dark, but that's why we're selling this one special here at auction. All right. Where have the testing streams been? Yeah. I haven't been testing as much online anymore. It just takes up so much time, especially with the amount of figures that we have to go through every week. Um, there's no way I can do it all. So I mean, I still do have my unboxing stream on Wednesday, and I do some testing there. This past Wednesday was a little bit different because all I had to unbox were a few starter packs, and then I showed off the E3 Spyro that I got. So there wasn't really much testing going on. Although we did put the E3 Spyro on the portal just to show off what happens. Um, but Yeah, we don't run the testing streams, the 3, 4, 6 hour testing streams that we used to. I don't have time for that. I can't. If I did, there would be no figures in the shop because I'd be spending all my time live streaming. So I it's just not something I can do at this point. Leather Walk, I do I play Destiny 2? No, I do not. I've never played Destiny either. Is the shop low because it's getting harder to find figures, or are you making bank? No, I'm doing just fine. It's not getting harder to find figures. The shop is just low because we didn't update last Saturday. Um, so usually we update once a week. We haven't updated for 2 weeks now, and so it's lower than it usually is. That's all that it is. Troy, remember using the site when you're first hunting as the games are coming out? So yeah, you may have seen the original logo, honestly. The original logo was around for a few years before. I'll have to go back and kind of get the history of SEO at some point. That'd be a good thing for the 10-year anniversary. If I'm right and that's coming. I need to check those dates again. Like I said, if we're coming up on 10 years of SEO, there needs to be a party. So we'll see. We'll see. Joe, yes, you need to bulk buy the king pens again. You should do that. You should do that. Jillian would greatly appreciate that. All right. Kobe, welcome. Glad to have you here. All right. Tetrio, my favorite entry, like game wise, I mean, my favorite is Spyro's Adventure. Always will be. Always will be. My favorite portal design. I mean, the original one wasn't bad. I don't really like the Swap Force / Imaginators design as well. Superchargers was out there. If the Superchargers one lit up, it might have a shot, but it didn't. Trap Team, man, Trap Team's okay, but I might still say the original is the best design. That's a good question though. That's a good question. Joe, that sucks. Throw Pete on Amazon for $50. They shipped it in a bubble mill and crushed the package. Yeah. I do not understand people who do that. Anyone who's ordered from me knows that we always ship in a box for that reason, especially if it's like a new in box type of thing. Like things get crushed. And if you're a collector in particular, if you're selling new in box stuff, you can't ship that in a bubble mailer. There's a note for anybody out there who's selling stuff, right? If you ever sell a new in box figure, put it in a box. Do not ship that stuff in a bubble mailer. I don't care if it saves you $2. Go buy a box. Yeah, ham hands, maybe another big 3 giveaway. I actually have some other stuff coming in too that might be good for a anniversary giveaway. Steve, you like the Swap Force portal? Yeah, SSA portal is the best. Sure. All right. We are 3 minutes away from our first auction ending. I'm not going to miss all these tonight. I was bad about that 2 weeks ago. Missed a bunch of the auctions ending. All right. So the first item would be Master Eon's guide here that we have up. Currently going for $3 there. Shortly after that, 5 minutes later or 8 minutes from now, we have the glow in the dark portal, which is up to $16. Superchargers Garage up to $13.50. Skystone's still at 15. Let's see. We still have 2 items without bids. So we have that Superchargers Racing Starter Pack. Still has no bid. And Eon's Elite Slam Bam still without a bid. So we'll check that out. Kobe's still planning on building a lot for me. Sounds good. All right. Speaking of building though, anyone seen Pi Magna? Or do we have another update? We should get an update on Skylanders Lego building. I wish we had an update, but we'll see how that goes. Lucas, did you tell me about your robo? No, I don't believe you did. What's up with your robo? Cherish, welcome to the stream. Tetrio, when will be in stock Nightlight or Nightmare? So I'm gonna give you my spiel. I can't guarantee when or if any specific figure will be back in stock. All that I do for the shop is go find stuff that's priced well on eBay and Facebook and other marketplaces. And I buy bulk lots and then sell them individually on the website. That's all I'm doing. So it's not like I can go to the warehouse and say, hey, give me another case of Nightlight. I'm out. So I can't say I'm gonna have it next week. But as I have been saying all night, this week's update might possibly be the largest update we've ever had. So there is a very good chance that it will be, you should be able to find them tomorrow. If you want to know for sure, you can check out the video, the preview video tomorrow at 9 a.m. on this channel right here. You already have the location. Watch the video, see what's going to be in stock. Be prepared for it. But yeah, Nightlight Nightmare, they tend to sell out pretty quickly, depending on how many we get in that week. Like I said, if we only get 1 or 2, I think they can sell out in minutes. But yeah, I can never guarantee. If you want to donate some figures, how would you do that? So comments suck. If you want to donate anything, here is the address you can send it to. You can find this address on the bottom of my website. You can find this address in the About section of my YouTube channel here. This address is plastered everywhere. But this is where you can send anything you want to send to me. But all I ask is if you're making a donation, please leave a note in there saying hey, this is a donation, so I know what who it's from and what it's for, what its purpose is. Because I get a lot of packages every week, and if I get mystery boxes, then it can get confusing. So if you'd like to send me something, you're more than welcome to. That's the address right there. Like I said, the address is going to be on the bottom of the website or in the About section of the YouTube channel here. But yes, you're welcome to send me anything anytime. Kobe. Ooh. 2 listings for a Magic Claw. How much are they asking? That's the big question, right? All right, first auction for that book should be over. Maybe. Where'd it go? There it went. All right. Master Eon's official guide sells for $3. $3. First auction complete. Congratulations to our first winner of the evening. All right. Glow in the Dark Portal. This one is currently at 1650. 1650. So 3 minutes until this auction ends. And then the Superchargers Garage, currently at 2050. Skystones got a little competition there, currently at 18. Patina High Volt up to 6550. So everything's slowly creeping up there. Oh, we even got some bids on the other items. So the Superchargers Racing starter pack there did get a bid at 25. And Eon's Elite Slam Bam got a couple of bids up to $11 now. So I think everything has a bid for the time being. Always like to see that. All right. Tetrio accidentally broke a robo trying to edit his stats. Bought it for only 100 though. You mean you're messing with the NFC chip type of mess? Edit his stats? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's why I don't mess with that stuff. Yeah, ham hands, exactly. That's why I want you to know you if you're donating stuff, leave me a note. So I know I don't owe you any money. Exactly. Doo-doo-doo. How do I stay safe when opening packages? Um, well, most packages are scanned before they get to me. I mean, like the postal service and other companies are, they scan packages for stuff. Um, but yeah, I like to think we have a good community here, and I don't have to worry about you sending me dangerous things. Yeah. Ooh, Kobe. Thank you for the price update. Magic Claws on Mercari for 44 and 56. Not bad, especially the 44. For anyone that doesn't remember, the Magic Claw Creation Crystal was one that was not released here in the US. It was only released in an 8-pack in Europe. So for us here in the US in particular, it can be kind of tough to find and not cheap. We've had one pass through the auction here before. But yeah, Kobe, thanks for bringing that up. Said if anybody's looking for a Magic Claw, go get him. Pumpkin Face. I'll get to this in a minute. Our second auction should be ending about now, unless we go into overtime, which we are. All right, Glow in Dark Portal currently at 2050, and I'll get to the question in a minute. Don't worry. But overtime procedures for anybody that might be new here means we have something we call soft close auctions here. Unlike eBay, there is no sniping here. So if anybody places a bid on an item within the last minute of an auction, another minute is added to the timer. So that's what's happening right now with this glow in the dark portal. Someone placed a bid within the last minute, the time was extended, and we keep going. Basically allows everybody to get in the bids they want to without having to worry about, oh, is my internet connection fast enough or something like that. So we're still going on the glow in the dark portal. Unless it ended here. There it ended. So it ends at 2050. Just 1 minute of overtime there. So we are 4 minutes away from the Superchargers Garage, which also happens to be at 2050 right now. And then we have just past that the uncirculated Skystones. So not only 6 packs here, but it contains complete set, but they are all still attached. Like none of these have been separated and opened or anything like that. Like these haven't been through the cereal boxes like everything else we've sold to this point. Um, I don't know where these came from, how somebody else got their hands on them. I got them in an auction, so That's all I know about them really. But the Sky Stones are currently at 18, so keep an eye on those too. So Pumpkin Face, why are Whisper Elf and Breeze so expensive? This all comes down to distribution, and so they were late wave, like wave 4, wave 5 figures. Those are always there are fewer of them distributed to stores because stores are still trying to get rid of wave 1, 2, and 3 figures, so they don't buy as much of wave 4 and wave 5. So there's fewer that actually make it to the stores, and then the other factors come in with like Whisper Elf. The mini Whisper Elf is a bit of an anomaly to me because we have the sidekick Whisper Elf. And normally, when you have an identical figure like that, or even a variant figure that's similar to it, say, we have Thrillipede and Egg-sided Thrillipede. The Egg-sided Thrillipede helps bring down the price of the regular Thrillipede, even though the regular Thrillipede was hard to find. So we have Whisper Elf and Whisper Elf. They're identical except for the base. They behave the exact same way in the game. Like I don't know why people honed in on that one so much. But Breeze was a new character essentially. Yeah, it's Whirlwind, but it's a new character for all intents and purposes for collecting. Um, and it was not released anywhere else. So it was released late. It was a new character. It was a female character, which tend to sell a little bit better too. Um, and so there's just all these factors going into it that say, yeah, you're going to be expensive. But it all started with poor distribution. Like if we had twice as many Breeze figures out there, that dropped the price instantly. Um, Big John, yeah, you have all the starter packs, but not the racing. There you go. There you go. Get your hands on a racing one today. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. Is there an easy way to check if it's glow in dark version? So yeah, Joe, they look different. Like I don't know how much you can tell from this picture, but it actually like it's a little see-through. So the gray portion is actually a little bit see-through. It looks different. If you hold it up next to a regular portal, a regular Giants portal, like you will notice the difference. And if you touch it, it actually has a little bit of a gritty texture to it because of the glow in the dark stuff that they put on the portal to help it glow. So or some finish that they give it. Like it's different. Um, but yeah, if you touch it or even just look at it, especially compared to other portals, you'll notice. You've seen enough portals. I know you have that you'll be able to pick it out. So yeah, you can definitely pick it out from a picture. But in person is obviously the best way to do it. But we should be at the end of the Superchargers garage, perhaps, maybe. Yes. Superchargers garage goes for 2050. And now we are on to the Skystones, which man, everything's going for 2050 tonight. Skystone's currently at $20.50, ending in 4 minutes. But you know what's not at 2050 is that Patina High Volt, currently at 65.50, ending in about 9 minutes there. And then next after that will be everything that's ending at 755. So keep an eye on all that stuff. I'll give you a recap shortly. But the chat is being very busy tonight, and I want to take care of that. Mason, just got your Black Friday mystery box. Yes, those started arriving. I like that. Got some cool figures you're missing. Even better. Even better. That's what I like to hear. Among Us, do I like potatoes? Yes. I guess that's the easiest answer. I mean, depends a little bit how they're prepared, but generally speaking, yes. Imaginators have a failsafe that wrecks them if you try to edit them. Interesting. See, they don't want you to do it. Kobe won the portal. Congratulations. Congratulations, Kobe. Steve, yes. So I should make bingo cards for these live streams. You can basically predict what I'm going to talk about. Do I know of any Skylanders lists with all characters and variations? So, Trevor, one of two things. My site was created when I first created SkylandersCharacterList.com. The only purpose was for checklists. So if you want the old-fashioned black and white printable PDF checklists, you can still find them on the site. If you go to SkylandersCharacterList.com, um, it's in the it's on the resources page somewhere. Let me see if I can find it quick for you. So yeah, it's under the learn resources and Skylanders checklists. Here we go. Here, I'll drop this link in the chat for you. So this is the original Skylanders checklist. Check out that link there. But if you want an updated way, I've also created a site called collectioncrossing.com. And so that has all of the Skylanders over there as well, pre-programmed in. You can create an account, create your own checklists. Whether you want to create a checklist of figures you have or figures you still need, that's up to you, or you can create both. This is a little side project I've worked on over the years a little bit. It's still not perfect, but it's functional. It works. So that's something else you can try if you want to go more the digital route. But yeah, so you have the paper versions, the link in the chat, or you can go try Collection Crossing and see how that works for you. All right. Let's see. Destroyer, welcome. How much does it cost my website to operate per month? I haven't broken it down on a monthly basis. Where I'm at now with everything I'm running, the website actually costs a few $1,000s a year. I don't think it's quite $1,000 a month, so it's probably a few $100s a month if you split it up. But I have a lot of infrastructure put into the site right now, so it's not cheap to do everything I do. But yeah, that and that's part of what the sales of the figures fund. Like, it doesn't all go straight into my pocket. A lot of it goes into running the site. So, Coda Crew, has anyone ever sent me a 3D printed Skylander? No. I have purchased one of the official 3D printed Skylanders from Imaginators when you could create your own and have them 3D printed. Like, I bought someone when I bought their entire collection. We still need to auction that one off, actually. But I actually went to pick that one up in person because I did not want that thing shipped. Kevin, no, I don't have a statistic on that, unfortunately. But just in my there are significantly fewer female characters, female Skylanders, than male Skylanders, right? Like that's a fact. And I know a number of people who prefer them. And like like it's so there are some people who only play with them actually. And so you get the people who want um all the characters. You get the people who just want the female characters. You get people like there's a little bit more of a demand for them, I feel, just from what I've seen in sales numbers as well. So I don't have any hard facts and statistics on that, but how good is High Volt? I haven't played with High Volt in a long time, but I enjoy him from what I recall. He was an above average supercharger from what I remember. Like I leveled him up pretty quickly, I think. So all right. We're getting a few more auctions ending here. I'll get back to the chat in a moment. So the Sky Stones go for 22.50, 22.50 on the Sky Stones. And we are 2 minutes away from Patina High Volt. Let's flip that over. New in box Patina High Volt currently going for 80.50. $80.50. Got about 1 minute left on that. I'd like to see that one easily going in overtime. In the meantime, let's get a recap of the other items. So we have our Superchargers Racing Starter Pack going for 25. We have Damaged Nightlight going for $12. Damaged Barbella at 16.50. Eon's Elite Slam Bam at 11. Damaged Flare Wolf at 7. Damaged Buzzwing at 13.50. We got Pop Fizz in the damage box at $3. Scarlet and Genie at 10.50. Happy Meal toys up to 2.50. And then we're back to Patina High Volt. Give it a little refresh, see what happens. We're up to 81.50, 81.50 going into the last minute here. And yeah, Kobe Chompy Mage is at 205.50, 205.50. Kevin, have I ever tried hosting a website to host cost less money, such as Wix? If I heard those margins, I'd be out of the tank. No. So yeah, smaller, well, cheaper hosts like Wix. Well, they do have cheaper starting plans. The costs go up the bigger your site gets. So part of the reason I have to pay so much is because of all the traffic I get to my site. So I need bigger servers or bigger server space. If I so even a site like Wix would or a host like Wix would start charging me more as well than their advertised price of I don't know what they're at, $20 a month, $50 a month, whatever. Like with the amount of traffic I'm getting, they would end up charging me more too. But the other problem with something like Wix is like they don't allow me to do everything I want to do. Their servers aren't optimized for what I want to do. Customer service is a big issue. Like there's a bunch of different reasons why I started out on, I believe I started on HostGator. I don't know if they even exist anymore, but it's something comparable to Wix or something like that. And over the years, as the site has made me more money, I've moved up, and as more traffic and more stuff like that, like I've just had to upgrade the servers and the hosting. So that's why it costs so much. I mean, it's because of all of you visiting my site all the time. Made my site much more expensive. But so it's expensive, but it's paid for. Like I'm not losing money on it. So it is what it is. It's literally the price of doing business. Yeah, Joe, I know your 3D printed one broken shipment. That's rough. That's rough. All right. Did Patina end? No, Patina is officially in overtime, actually in our fourth overtime already. Currently at 88.50. 88.50. But don't let that deter you from keeping an eye on all the other stuff. Superchargers Racing starter pack up to 25.50. We have a second bidder there. Nightlight at 12, Barbella 16.50, Eon's Elite Slam Bam at 11, Flare Wolf at 7, Buzzwing at 13.50, Pop Fizz at 3, Scarlet Ningini at 10.50, Happy Meal Toys at 2.50. All of those ending in the next 2 minutes unless they also jump into overtime. Uh, yeah, Kobe, he's still going. He's up to 210 now. Chompy Mage is at 210. He's our big. He'll be the last item of the night, unless some overtime thing beats him. Yeah, Tech Game Studios. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You have your own website as well. Yeah, don't offer same support, customer base, etc. There's a lot of reasons to bypass the lower end hosts. Like if you're just hosting your blog or something, or even if you're just starting out your own uh e-commerce shop or something like that, like yeah, go ahead, start on Wix. They're I'm not trying to talk you out of using Wix, but for a site as big as mine, it needs a bigger host. So that's really what it comes down to. Lucas, have I ever seen Happy Birthday Ben in the wild? Not in person. I've seen it online 2 or 3 times now. Um, but yeah, I haven't been able to get my hands on one, unfortunately. Ham Hands did 3D print ones have a chip in them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they have a chip in them. They play in game. They look. They program the chip to look exactly like your character. Like you sent them. Like this is my character. I want it to look like this. They program those parts onto the chip. So I mean, it's actually just like a creation crystal because I think you can still change the parts. Um, so it's just a creation crystal, except instead of the crystal, it's actually a representation of your figure 3D printed. I mean, yeah, I have mine up here on the shelf, and we'll have to pull out the other one that I have to sell at some point. Um, we'll pull them out at some point and give you a closer up look and stuff. But yeah, yeah, they actually work in game and everything. It's they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Are there any rare figures that are inexpensive relative to the rarity based on your experience with the shop? Um, yes. There are definitely figures based on how they were distributed that I feel should be more expensive. And oftentimes they're not, and I'm not entirely sure why, if it's just the character or what. But like hold on, I'll get back to this. Let me check on some auctions here. All right, so Patina High Volt ends at 88.50. 88.50 for Patina High Volt. And a lot of other stuff ended too. So the racing starter pack goes for 25.50. Nightlight ends at here, let me throw Chompy Mage up there. Nightlight ends at 12. Barbella ends at 17. Eon's Late Slam Bam is still going in overtime at 15.50. Flare Wolf ends at 7. Buzzwing ends at 13.50. Pop Fizz ends at 3. Scarlet Ningini at 10.50. And Happy Meal Toys end at 2.50. And Chompy Mage is now up to $216. So we have 2 items still going. Eon's Elite Slam Bam and Chompy Mage. But Steven, one that always comes to mind Now, I'm not saying this figure should be like cost hundreds of dollars or anything, but just think about Green Gill Grunt. So I understand it's a starter pack figure. Everybody already has Gil Grunt, but I think it's a cool looking figure. I mean, I'm a little bit biased because my favorite color is green, but if, do you know how this was released? Green Gill Grunt was only available in it was in a starter pack, but the starter pack was bundled with an Xbox. And I'm not an Xbox fan, so I don't remember if it was the Xbox 360 or was it like the original Xbox. No, I think no, it must have been Xbox 360 because they didn't have Skylanders for original Xbox. So it was bundled with an Xbox 360, and that was the only way you could get this figure. So this green Gil Grunt, you literally had to spend at that brand new. It was a couple $100. Like I don't know if they had come down in price by that point. Were they even under 200? I mean, but it was at least $100, probably 150, 200, 250. I don't know. Um, if you're a collector and you just want to get this one variant figure, now nowadays Green Gill Grunt goes for what, 10, 15, $20 maybe if you're lucky. But originally you would have had like literally the only way to get it was to buy that console bundle. It wasn't just another starter pack. It was you had to buy an entire console. So like that to me should be a much more expensive figure, but it's not. So I mean, there's others like that too. Like the metallic green washbuckler was a console exclusive. Um, I even kind of think the golden hot streak is a little bit underpriced as well. So, anyway, yes, there are definitely some out there, I think. Um, all right, let's check up on some auctions. Eon's Elite Slam Bam ends at 1650. But Chompy Mage is still going in overtime. We're up to $243. That one jumped up. 243. Looks like we got a couple of people going after that hard. So we'll keep an eye on this. We'll keep answering some questions here and see how this goes. Yeah, the 3D prints break easily. I mean, if you handle them carefully, they're fine. They're absolutely fine. But if you're going to ship them through the mail, they better be well protected. Like they had them well protected when they shipped it to me, for sure. But most people don't package them that well when they're sending them again. Yeah, tech exactly. Golden hot streak for 50 plus shipping, way underpriced. I feel like think about it. It's this is one gets me too because it was distributed like a chase variant. And not only and not just a normal chase variant, like you couldn't buy a single pack of it. You had to buy a starter pack. So that was $75, and the only way like you still had to hunt for it. I mean, think about any other chase variant. Like uh Patina High Volt, right? Yeah, you had to hunt for it, but it was only a $15 figure. And now that sells for 88. But you get Golden Hot Streak, you had to pay at least $75 up front to get that because you had to buy the whole starter pack to get it. And now you just pulled it for $50. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh man, yeah. Chatterbug, welcome to the stream. Yes, I understand Chompy Mage is not everybody's favorite. But he's currently up to $260. $260 on green Chompy Mage. Sounds like someone's going to get a nice Christmas present. Lucas, what should be the next big thing you get? Snowderdash, Blackout, Echo, Wildstorm, Trilipede, or maybe Chompy Mage? From a looks perspective, like a design perspective, my favorite out of those is going to be Snowderdash. But from an actual like in-game playability, um, I would vote for Thrillipede. Like Thrillipede is one. He fits my play style. Wildstorm's not bad. He's not quite my play style, but I do like him better than most melee characters. Um, so yeah, I'd say Snowderdash or Thrillipede would be my top two. Thrillipede would be on top, unless you're just going for looks. Then Snowderdash. Yeah, I mean Blackout's fine. I don't really like him in game. Echo's fine. I don't really like her in game. A lot of people, a lot of other people really like Echo. She's not for me though. But yeah, my vote would be for Thrillipede. Chatterbug. What do you mean the variant is hardly worth anything? I mean, in comparison to Green Chompy Mage, maybe, but in comparison to any other, even like Imaginator's variant, it's pretty pricey. I mean, I sell them regularly in the shop for what, 45? I mean, I see them selling for 50, 60 on eBay. Like that's pretty good for a variant. But yes, I understand it's only like a quarter of the price of Chompy Mage, or even less at this point. Chompy Mage up to $280.50. 280.50. Still going into overtime number 7, I think. Yeah, 7. All because they decided not to sell them normally. Hey, I had no trouble getting my hands on Chompy Mage, and I tried to tell everybody else this is the only way you're gonna get them. Like, yeah, we're entering robo prices. Absolutely. I mean, people have. It's big three territory, basically. Robo has held the lead for a long time, but Chompy Mage has been climbing for sure. Chompy Mage is worse than Big Three price wise, since it has a variant, yes, and doesn't unlock a new level. Exactly. Exactly. You got it right, Mysteries. And I think that's honestly why the price was held so low for so long. Like it was in third place of the Big Three for a long, long time. But in the past 6 months, it's been climbing over 200 regularly, and that's why I started there. Um, but it is what it is. And there it goes. 280.50. 280.50. Chompy Mage ends. And that is our final auction of the evening. So it's been a wonderful night. I honestly don't know where the time went because it feels like I just got here. But all our auctions have completed. We answered a lot of questions, met some new people in the chat. It's been a good week, folks. Like I said, tomorrow's update is huge. The preview video alone is 9 minutes long. 9 minutes and 14 seconds. Um, so 9 a.m. Go check out how that goes, and I'll see you in the shop tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central Time. And then I'll be back here next week on Wednesday for some unboxing of something or other. Anyway, thanks all for hanging out. Love doing it. And we'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Go Pack Go.